What is up, YouTube? Alright, so a lot of you guys are asking me, how do I keep my water so clean? How do I keep my fish so healthy? So I wanted to do an episode on how I do those things. Basically, how I keep my water clean and what's under the hood. So without further ado, I want to first show you my filtration setup, which is, ta-da, right there. So on the left you see I keep a Fluval FX6, which is like a beast. I really love it. I'm like contemplating buying another one to run two of them and replace this 306 that I have on the right. The 306, I really just use that more for polishing, water polishing. So what I do is I keep mainly just carbons, different kinds of carbons in there. Specifically, I keep some Fluval carbons in there. Let me see if I can show you really quick. Okay, so here's what we got. I keep these in my 306. I keep a Clear Max on one side, keep the phosphates out, keep some nice clear water, and then I keep some Zeocarb on the other side, just for filtering through some, making sure we don't have high ammonia spikes, so on and so forth. So this stuff's good just for polishing water. And then inside of the FX6 is completely different. Inside of the FX6, inside the big boy, what I keep in there is Chemi Pure Elite. Chemi Pure Elite is, as you know, is probably some of the best stuff around when it comes to filtration. So that's how basically I filter out my water. Yeah, keep the FX6 running. It's great. Great. I know a lot of people like the FX5 because of the rubber knobs it had. I hear that's a lot better. I've never owned an FX5, but I can tell you that Fluval, I mean, I don't think I would ever buy any other filtration system after using this. This has to be the quietest filtration system I've ever owned. The most efficient, does not leak. Very efficient, so I really like it. Again, you know, it's the best one that I've ever had, so hats off to Fluval. I'm a big supporter of them, big supporter of them. So if you have one of these, you know what I'm talking about. And I love the, you know, the hose on the bottom of it that you can attach and just let the water out. So it's very easy to change out, very easy to change out. So this is, I love this thing, best thing ever. So now we're gonna move on, right? And how do I keep my gravel clean? This was actually a mistake when I first set up this tank. Someone talked me into doing crushed coral. That's what I have here, in case you guys are wondering. It's not gravel, excuse me. It is crushed coral. Keeps the pH up. I really wish that I went with a sand, but it is now too late. So that is what I have going on inside. So people ask how I keep that clean. With the exception of some of the algae that I got growing on here. So that's been coming up on me for the past couple of weeks now, so I'm starting to let the light down a little bit to control that. Bought some Synodontis catfish to help control it as well, and it's just really getting in there and cleaning it. But what really helps me is this bad boy right here, and that is an Eheim hoseless vacuum cleaner, which is, this thing is great. I mean, it's fully submersible. I can drop it inside. No problems at all. This thing, I mean, you can't go wrong with this thing. You cannot go wrong with this. I bought it on Amazon. I said, this thing's probably not going to work. I was definitely wrong. It sucks up the bottom of the stuff great, can be fully submerged. It really works wonders. Really, it's battery operated. This comes out very easily from here. Pops right out. As you can see, it's very easy to use and change out. Dump out the stuff on the top, and you're good to go. Cleans out all the stuff, and all this stuff goes right into this bag here when you vacuum it, and it works like outstanding. Like, it's outstanding. It's like the best thing I've ever had. And it snaps right in. It's really easy to use. The batteries go to the top. Press the button, and that is how I vacuum the inside of my tank. So this thing's great. If you don't have one, look on Amazon. They're a great price on Amazon. First thing I've ever bought from Eheim, and it is a great product. Great product. So who knows, maybe I'll go to Eheim for some other products, but this is great. Actually, I do have another Eheim product. I have an Eheim heater that works extremely well also. So shout out to Ehan. Great product. Great product. All right, so now we're going to move on to how do I keep my water so clean and clear. A lot of people are asking me. I get emails a lot of the time. Visitors come over. They see how to keep your water so clean and clear. So I figured I would just tell everybody. Everybody has different methods of doing things. My method is a little bit different. So, hey, you could try it if you want, but I know there's a lot of great ideas on how you keep your water clarity and how you keep your water healthy. So for me, what I do is to minimize losing the bacteria, I only do a quarter water change about once a month, unless I have a spike or something like that, which is very, very rare. I'll do a 50% water change, but that's almost never. But once a month, I do a quarter of a water change. Throughout the time of the month when I'm not doing that water change, I'm just replacing the water that evaporates. So that has worked out really well. I just replaced the water from evaporation with some fresh water, drop in some Chem Prime, and that just really keeps it going. It keeps all my ammonia levels, nitrate levels, everything down. So I try not to take out too much bacteria from these guys. Every time I drop in maybe 3 or more fish, I will drop some bacteria, a whole bottle of bacteria behind it. And then what I'll do is every time I add new fish for a couple of days, I will use what you saw earlier down there is some Chem Paragard. And Paragard is some stuff that keeps parasites off of them. It works great. So I drop it in the middle of the night without the light off, and it has been working great. So every time I get some new stock coming in, I will do that just to make sure that they're not coming from the aquarium store with any kind of parasites or anything like that that could be harmful to the rest of my bunch. So that is pretty much it, man. That's how I keep my tank clean. That's how I keep my buddies happy. It's just great recommendations. I think the Ehan vacuum cleaner is great. Fluval filtration system, outstanding, and Chem products, definitely some of the top products out there. But again, it's all personal preference, what you guys like. I'm just telling you what works best for me. So thanks guys for watching. I'll see you out there.